Well, good day, everyone. Glad you could make it today. Today is going to be a different project. Gardening. So right now, it's the third week of May. We're still getting a lot of frost, but I'm getting my garden ready. So I've already turned the earth and everything by hand. Then after I did that, I borrowed the neighbor's tiller just to clean it up after we took out all the grass that we can and all the lumps. So I got my garden here. We don't plant until the first full moon in June, and that'd be probably, well, after the second week of June anyways. So I got a small one here. Then I got another small one here, which I say small, but it's like 15. This one here is probably 15 by 14. This one here is probably about 12 and a half, 13 by 30. Well, and I want to make a couple of raised beds. So right now, that's what this video is going to be about. Building a couple of raised beds. I got some lumber there. I got all my stuff ready to go. So that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be, I'm going to make two of them. And then that way, right here, I'll put one. And then right beside it, I'll put another one. And both of them will be elongated this way because that's south. So that's where my sun's going to come up. And all this side's going to get the sun rays. And as you can see by the shadow of the trees, I'm going to make sure that I'm out from that shadow. They're going to be hoop beds, and I'll explain that as I go. All right, so stay tuned, and let's make ourselves a couple of raised beds. See you in a bit. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to make two raised beds, and they're going to be hoop beds. And they're going to be covered with a 6 mil greenhouse plastic. This idea is not mine. I've been following a guy on YouTube for gardening for quite a while now. He's from New Jersey, and his name's James Prigioni. And I love that guy's channel. I'm telling you, he's an amazing gardener. So I got the idea from him. I'm going to make two beds, 4 feet by 8 feet. They're going to be 16 inches deep, and then they're going to have a canopy, like a lid, greenhouse effect. So right now I have 4 8-foot 2x8s that I got to rip in half, and that'll be for my end pieces. Then all the rest of my 2x8s, 8-footers, are actually 8-foot, ½ inch. So all the rest of them, I'm going to trim a ½ inch off to make it square. So right now, I'll rip 4 of them in half, and that'll be my end pieces. Be right back. Okay, don't forget your eye protection. This one's got a laser, but I drew the line anyways. Okay, this is going to get probably a little loud, but we're going to rip this one right now. Okay, now that we have 2 equal pieces, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the other 4. They're going to be all from my ends. And I'll get right back to you as soon as the other ones are cut. Okay, this is the last one I have to rip in half. Okay, so I got all my my end pieces cut now, and what I got to do with the other ones, believe it or not, I have to take off a ½ inch, because like I said, they're 8'1.5". So I got to trim all the other ones a ½ inch off, or else nothing else will fit, because all my 2x4s are exactly 8 feet. Why the difference? I'm not too sure, but I'll get back to you once I trim all the other 2x8s. So stay tuned, be right back. Okay, this is my last board. Okay, now that I got my 8 sides done, it's time to put it all together. All right, let's get that done. Okay, so I'm ready to put it together. I'm going to be using decking screws, 3.5 inch. But what I'm going to do prior to that I'm going to countersink everything. That way you don't split your wood. Okay, so we'll pre-drill it. And what I did was, this here was the piece that I cut off the ends right here. Okay, so what I did is I just used that as a guide, drew my line. That way I know I'm going to be right in the middle. Okay, so right now they're all pre-drilled. They're all tapped. So what I'm going to do now is just change my bit and let's screw them together. So I'm using 3.5 inch deck screws. So let's square this off, square this one corner, and let's drill her up. Okay, so it's nice and flush, nice and square, everything's countersunk. So now I'm going to do this all the way around, and let's get the first box up, and then we'll take a look at it and we'll start building the second box. This side I'll have to lift a bit, it's not square, my lawn's all crooked, so square that off. Okay, so that's half a box done. So what I'm going to do is build the rest, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, so right now I'm just finishing up the second bed for this size, or the second half of this one. sure it's all nice and flush. All right. So that's 2 beds made. So basically that's what you have here. Okay. 16 inches high, 4 by 8. There's 1 bed. Now I just gotta make another one over there. Then I'm gonna secure all the corners, and then I'll do my my top railing with the 2x4s. So I'll get right back to you once all the other beds are made. Okay, almost finished. Just gotta put my last board on. 2 beds now. So what I got to do now is just secure it. I'm going to take 2 2x4s, 8-footers, cut them all into 1-foot lengths, and then I'm going to put 2 in the back, 2 in the front, 2 on each side. That way when I put my top deck on, it'll square everything off. So that's going to be my next plan. So time to get 2 2x4s and cut them into 1-foot segments. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is where I am so far. So both beds are made. Again, 16 inches high, 4x8. There's 28 inches in between the 2 beds. Good little trail, cutting the grass, lawnmower. So this is what I got left to do. The 2 here, all the top parts, I'm going to put it on the inside and screw them all in the inside on the top board all the way around for both of them. Okay, now also the ones that are standing upright on the inside, I'm going to screw them all right where they sit, and because this is 2 pieces, one on top of each other, these here pieces will secure the 2 beds together to make one complete bed. It'll stop the once it's filled with debris and earth and the whole 9 yards, it'll stop it from bowing out, and it'll stop it from heaving and lifting off each other. We get a lot of frost here, and goes deep in the winter sometimes, so I want these boxes to be able to withstand the movement of the ground. So anyways, that's what I got so far. So what I'm going to do now is all the boring parts is I'm going to start screwing all these in all the way around, and I'll get back to you and show you how it turned out. Back in a few minutes. Okay. Okay, so as soon as you start putting in all your braces, you got to make sure it's flush on the top. Okay, flush on the top, because we're going to frame this in with 2x4s after. So make sure it's nice and flush, and make sure that you got enough screws to hold the weight. Because during the summer when you're weeding your garden, and during the winter when you get the heavy snow, there's going to be a lot of weight on this. So double up on your screws. Right now I only got 2 screws per board, running out, so I'll do 2 screws for everything, get it all done, and then tomorrow when I get back from the hardware store, I'll just double everything up. So this box is done for now, and one more to do, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, the last 2. Now, for the braces, I'm using 2.5-inch deck screws. Everything else to put the main box together was 3.5-inch deck screws. Okay, so last 2, and then I'll be done for now. Again, make very sure that's flush. that's it for now. Back to the hardware store, get some more screws, and we'll take another shot at it tomorrow. For you, it's only going to be a minute. For me, it's going to be 12, 14 hours. So you guys take care. I'll be right back. Okay, just got back. I got 10 pounds of 2.5-inch screws. I won't run out for a while. I use them all the time, so I use them for everything. I should have loaded up before I started the project, but I thought I had enough. But anyways, I got my screws. And also what I did is I picked up some peat moss. So I got, 428 liters there and another 428 liters there. That's going to be mixed with some topsoil, some mulching, and fertilizer, lime. So that's going to come in handy. I figured, you know what, may as well, if I'm getting the screws, I may as well get some of that stuff. Because after I build finish the boxes, what I got to do is I got to level it out, even it out. And then after that, the next couple of videos will be setting up the earth and also building myself the canopy. So anyways, I'll put you on the tripod and then we'll continue on with the building. Be right back. Okay, well that didn't take long. So now, let's work on framing all the tops. All right? All right, so I got all 4 sides on. All the 8-footers are in place. Now all I got to do is right here at the ends. Okay, so right now I got to make all the end pieces. And then I'll screw them in place. And I'll get back to you. Anyways, this is the build. not much I can do now. I just got to wait for some material. I got to wait for my 6 mil plastic, all my fittings, and then my next video is going to be setting up all the dirt, my peat moss, mixing it up with lime, fertilizer, and whatnot. So I'm telling you, I'm surprised. It turned out really good. Everything's on a level. I don't have to dig nowheres. There's no high spots anywheres. So guys, thank you very much for joining me today. And my next video is going to be setting up the dirt, and then either going to make the hoop, or that'll be a third video. But thank you very much for dropping by. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, hit the bell, and we'll see you later. Thanks. Bye now.